Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages that come through with the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out and what messages come out with the cards. So the first card we have is the Hierophant. We do have some Taurus energy with this. You could be dealing with a Taurus. And we have the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, and you could be also dealing with a Virgo. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords. So with this King of Swords card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of having a lot of clarity and straightforward kind of communication between yourself and someone else. I do feel like there's a sense of having an understanding with this person as far as where you stand with them. But with this King of Swords showing up over here, this does also feel a bit detached. I do feel like there's an energy of kind of being in a space where there's a lot of observation, but it does also feel like a sense of being, the way in which things are being approached is almost as if it's a little bit detached. And I do feel like with this King of Swords, this does feel like a sense of actually using that as a defense mechanism or as a way of really being able to get to a place where things feel more comfortable and opening up from there. But with the Hierophant card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being quite committed. I do feel like there's a commitment orientation around this person, especially when it comes to how they feel about you and how they feel about the situation. This does feel like a sense of also being quite, you could be dealing with somebody who is older. And I do also feel like this person is somebody who likes to play it more so traditional. And with this Hierophant card showing up over here, this does feel like a person who's quite serious. And I do feel like when it comes to how they feel about you and even how they are really approaching things with you, they take that quite seriously. And I do feel like this person is somebody who is quite, it's like they are somebody who has learned a lot from experiences that they have gone through. And I do feel like that's where this place of being able to take things very seriously is coming from. But with the Hermit card showing up over here, this does feel like a sense of being in a space where it's like you could be taking your time, and I do feel like you could be getting your space from a situation, but this does feel like a bit of an isolated energy. I do feel like it's like being able to really experience a sense of getting to have inner introspection into something, doing deep soul searching, and I do feel like also being able to learn a lot from that experience. But with this Hermit card showing up over here, this does also feel like a sense of kind of experiencing all of that by really doing it on your own. It's like there's a sense of kind of being able to really reclaim that energy on your own for now. But I do feel like with this Hermit card showing up over here, you could be in a space where you are really, it's like you're focused on yourself right now. I also feel like with this Hermit card showing up over here, you could feel like the person you're dealing with is also in this detached type of energy right now. But I do feel like there's a sense of doing some soul searching, being able to really work on oneself within that. So I do feel like this could be of short duration. With this Eight of Pentacles showing up over here, this feels like mutual energy and effort being put into something and being deemed as something worth the investment. I do feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, this feels like a lot of, it's like there's devotion towards being able to make something work and also a lot of effort being put in, but I feel like it is mutual. So I do feel like energy and effort that's being put into something is a reciprocated kind of an effort. I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the Five of Wands, which is in the reverse. We have the Sun. And we have the Page of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. So this Queen of Swords showing up over here, this does feel like a sense of having clarity with someone. I also feel like with this Queen of Swords, this is also communication leading to more clarity. So I do feel like there's a sense of being able to really have communication. I also feel like with this Queen of Swords clarifying this King of Swords, this also feels like a sense of having a mutually beneficial and even just working, a sense of a divine union between two people who complement each other's energy. I do feel like with this Five of Wands showing up in the reverse, this feels like a sense of being in a space where the person you are dealing with is viewing this connection as one that's a bit more effortless. They also may feel that it is one that flows more easier. I do feel like there's a sense of also being able to experience the sense of peace when it comes to how they feel about you and even your connection with them. I do feel like this person actually sees growth and expansion within this connection with this Eight of Pentacles showing up over here. I feel like this person is somebody who is also someone who's not going to be for any kind of, they're not going to lead you astray as far as being able to put you in a place where there's misunderstanding. With this Five of Swords showing up in the reverse, it feels like a person who doesn't have any time for being able to play games or being able to actually have any kind of conflicts. There's a sense of wanting something that is peaceful, effortless, and also works. I do feel like with the Sun card showing up over here, this does feel like a happy energy also. So I do feel like with this Sun card showing up over here, that as far as this connection with this person, it is something that brings a lot of happiness, good feeling energy when it comes to your connection as well. And I do feel like as far as the way you make this person feels, there seems to be some really pleasant energy and a sense of being happy with things. I do feel like with the Sun card, we also have some Leo energy, and you could be dealing with a Leo as well. And we also have Virgo and we have Taurus, so it could be any of those signs. But we have the Page of Cups over here, and with this Page of Cups, this does feel like being able to actually have a lot of budding feelings that are going somewhere. I do feel like with this Page of Cups, this feels like feelings that are developing. I also feel like there's a sense of having a lot of admiration and respect for you. I do feel like with this Page of Cups that there's a sense of acting upon those feelings. And I do feel like with this Page of Cups, it is especially, those feelings are more so of a romantic nature. I also feel like it does go quite deep, but it does feel like it's in the initial phases. And I do feel like with this Page of Cups, this feels like pretty young energy. You could be dealing with somebody younger than you, but I'm also getting with that King of Swords that you could be dealing with somebody older than you. So this does feel like energy of dealing with somebody who's older that could be somebody who has a youthful spirit, or the other way around. I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have passion. We have finances and career. And we have heart-to-heart conversations. So with passion showing up here, this does feel like a very strong, genuine kind of connection with somebody. I do feel like there's a sense of a connection that's felt from both ways, from both people. And do you feel like it's reciprocated? It's mutually felt when you're in each other's presence. I do feel like with this finances and career card showing up over here, this does feel like a sense of taking time out to really focus on finances and career. I do feel like this Hermit card showing up over here, this could be a sense of being in a space where it's like you're really focusing on yourself, on your finances, your career. I do also feel like you could be also in a space where you are trying to make something work. And I do feel like with this Eight of Pentacles card showing up over here, this does feel like working energy as well. So I do feel like with that Eight of Pentacles, this does feel like being able to actually experience things working out and finding your motion within your finances and your career. I do feel like with the Sun card, this is also very positive energy when it comes to it. But I do feel like on some level, it affects your ability to show up in this connection. There seems to be a sense of being in a space where your focus is mostly placed there. And I do feel like that focus is also something that's rewarded. And I do feel like it's also a sense of being able to actually be led to a place of being able to be proud of yourself, having something to celebrate with the Sun card. But I do feel like the finances and the career is something that is also, it's playing a role in the way in which you're showing up in this connection. But with the heart-to-heart conversations, I do feel like this is about being able to have really beneficial conversations with someone. I do feel like your conversations with this person could be quite deeply meaningful, and it does feel like they are also rooted in something quite deep. I do feel like with this, there's also a very honest sense of communication. I also get that with the Queen and King of Swords. This does feel like being able to communicate with a lot of clarity and really reaching that place with someone. So I do feel like there could be a sense of putting things on pause with that Hermit card showing up over here, but I do feel like that's something you are able to actually make work in your benefit, because I do feel like being able to put that focus towards yourself is also an important role to play when it comes to being able to show up as your best self in this connection. And I do feel like with the King and Queen of Swords, this does feel like a sense of being able to actually have what can be a power couple. I do feel like there's a sense of a working couple that works quite well together as well. And I also get that with that Eight of Pentacles. But I do feel like with the Page of Cups, there's also love here. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Cancer. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Cancer.